Ahoy there, cruise nerds, and welcome aboard to my channel, dclcruisenerd. My name is Megan and I am your host. Today we will be talking about things to know as a first-time Disney cruiser. So let's go ahead and sail away into the main topic. Okay, so there's so many things to know as a first-time Disney cruiser, but I'm just going over several of the things that I highly recommend to know before doing anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with number one. Number one is, before you do anything, is to go ahead and take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And just keep telling yourself you can do this. And there is a whole cast of Disney Cruise Line cast members in the reservation center that you can definitely give them a call if there's any assistance needed that you will need on your end. Number two, try and book your reservations early for your cruise. And that is booking your cruise, booking transportation to and from the airport or from your resort at Disney or any of the partner hotels that Disney partners with. Also, your resort stay as well as air flights. Now, I just talked to Disney Cruise Line. If you are going to book your flight through Disney Cruise Line and put it on your reservation, it will be 331 days prior to your cruise until you can book that. So definitely take that into consideration. But I definitely recommend putting everything into one spot so you don't have to worry about trying to connect your flights or anything like that to your reservation later on down the road. But definitely book your cruise early. And meaning this, the price will be very low when you book it as soon as possible. Whereas if you book closer to your cruise, it might be a little bit more expensive to whereas if it was booked, I would say at least a year out. So definitely take that into consideration about booking your cruise early. Number three, try avoid booking certain categories. This includes IGT, OGT, and VGT, which is Ocean View Guaranteed, Veranda Guaranteed, and Inside Guaranteed. All of these will be with restrictions. And with those restrictions is, for example, if you get a stateroom and you don't like it, or at least the location of it, or the deck that it's on, or anything that is in regards to the stateroom, you will not be able to move it or change it. So definitely try avoiding booking any of those three categories in the beginning. Later down the road, it might be definitely a budget time saver, so I definitely recommend it later down the road, but not as a first-time cruiser. So that is my recommendations on booking. Number four, if you are planning to go to a cruise, I recommend going a day or two early, regardless if you are driving or flying, because you never know what you might encounter, whether it's Mother Nature, technical issues with your vehicle or rental, or even with an airline flight. I can tell you from personal experience is that cruising with Disney, they have been so great. I was actually flying to Dover to board the ship to do a transatlantic westbound. And the flight that I was boarding was actually going to Dover, and it kept getting delayed because of the aircraft that we were using. So they finally was able to find an aircraft that was able to take us and get to Dover in time. And there were multiple cruisers that were going on the same itinerary as me. So in a way that put some relief on me, but I still had concerns. So definitely try to get to your destination where your itinerary is going to embark a couple of days in advance. And there's plenty of stuff to do in that particular port of call before embarkation. Number five, have an extra outfit packed for embarkation day. This being because you will not see your luggage until later on in the day at your stateroom. And with having this extra outfit, you can change to go swimming, or you can go and just freshen up in one of the bathrooms. Or if you need an outfit for dinner because you do have the earlier seating, definitely have an outfit as a backup just in case. Number 6. Speaking of packing important items for embarkation day, I recommend important documentation. This includes passports, birth certificates, photo IDs of any sort, and of course including these little beauties. These little beauties are color coded to the ship, so they might look a little different from these. So these are your luggage tags that you will put on your luggage for the ship. And of course you'll get direct important directions on these depending on where you're staying or if you're coming in or out. So definitely take a look at that instructions, and if you have more questions about it, definitely call Disney Cruise Line. Now, also in regards to documentation, if any of your family does not have a passport, a birth certificate will suffice. I am sorry, I am in a twist tongue today. If you have a passport, Disney will take it. Now, if you do not, and you have someone in your family that is 15 years or older, so they will have to have a photo ID that is state issued along with their birth certificate. Anyone under the age of 15 will only need their birth certificate if they do not have a passport. Disney Cruise Line definitely recommends having a passport just in case if you get left behind by the ship, or if there has been flight delays or anything of the sort. They highly recommend having your passport. And also definitely check with Disney Cruise Line to see how many months your passport needs to have active before renewing, because they have had where, especially me, when I went to Europe, your passport has to be active at least 1 year. So definitely check with your travel agent or with Disney Cruise Line directly to see what needs to be done with your passport when it comes to having an active one. Number 7, try to make onboard activity reservations early as well, because the closer to your cruise that you are, the less there might be available. For example, adult dining, the nursery, also port adventures, as well as any activities for the kids that you can pre-book. Now, something that will not be available, that at least for the UK staycations at sea, will be character meet and greets. So they have not yet announced anything for Disney with the US protocols. So if you are in the UK and you're doing a Disney Magic staycation at sea, there will not be any character meet and greets. Number 8, dining preferences. For these dining preferences, definitely check to see if there is first seating or second seating. Now, in the UK, for those protocols, you will have to sit alone with your travel party, or if there's multiple staterooms, definitely let Disney Cruise Line know that you want to sit with your travel party. So definitely make sure that you do that in advance. Less stress down the road. As well as for dining, go ahead and let Disney Cruise Line know of any dietary restrictions, allergies, or if there's a particular diet that you're on that you want to do. Let them know so they can put that on your reservation. They can forward that to the crew members and the dining team. Number 9, download the Navigator app. So when you go into the iOS store on your Apple device or Google Play on your Android device, definitely download the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app and make sure it is up to date to the most recent version, just so you can keep up to date with everything, as well as so you can talk to guest services, talk to your family, also to see the most updated activities on board the ship. Now, This is an electronic version of the navigator that you will see on board the ship. Now, if you prefer the paper, just go by guest services and they can definitely do that for you. And my last thing that you need to know as a first-time Disney cruiser is to have fun. Have fun on the cruise. Hakuna Matata, as Timon and Pumbaa would say. Don't worry about anything while on the cruise with your family. Disney Cruise Line has it handled, and you don't have to worry about a thing except to have fun. Enjoy. Have a great time. Now, those are my top 10 things to know as a first-time Disney cruiser. Now, if you are a Castaway Club member or if you've cruised before and there is something that I have missed in my things to know, definitely comment below so the first-time cruisers can have a little bit of advice so they can go in the right direction. Alright, cruise nerds, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It would be greatly appreciated. As well as follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter for more breaking news and updates. I hope everyone has a great day out there. Have faith, trust, and pixie dust, and I'll see you real soon on board.